Hello everybody, this is Bob, and welcome to race number 11 of the 2020-21 NROL Skittles Cup Series season. This is the Microsoft 400 at the Pensacola International Speedway road course. We are back on the track once again, and this is going to be a returning event. Yeah, this isn't the first time I've done this race. The first time that was last season, but this time things are not that much different, to be honest. Same lap, same sponsor, same track. The only real difference is the drivers, but that's okay. So, yesterday we saw a pretty clean race for the Siemens National Series. There were no cautions, but this is the Skittles Cup Series. This series has proved to be a different beast from the other series that we do here, so are we going to see cautions, or are we going to see another clean race? I honestly don't really know, but and with that being said, I guess we'll begin and give you a starting grid. So starting the pole for this one is Bobbin. Also in second is Eric Jones. Third is Ryan Blaney. Fourth is Duck. Fifth is Tyler Reddick. 6th is Oliver, 7th is Kevin Harvick, 8th is Prairie Serp, 9th is William Byron, 10th is Christopher Bell, 11th is Chris Buescher, 12th is Kyle Busch, 13th is Matthew Benedetto, 14th is Russell David, 15th is Tim Tom, 16th is Nia, 17th is Clint Boyer, 18th is Alex Bowman, 19th is Richard, 20th is Rebecca, 21st is Joel Lagon, 22nd is Donald, 23rd is Brad Kosowski, 24th is Douglas, 25th is Kurt Busch, 26th is Eric NROL, 27th is Ryan Priest, 28th is Cole Custer, 29th is Mark Trace Jr., 30th is Kyle Larson, 31st is Bank Coaches, 32nd is Denny Hamlin, 33rd is Chase Elliott, 34th is the Relix Box Nerd, 35th is Ricky Jones Jr., 36th is Jimmy Johnson, 37th is Austin Dillon, 38th is Ryan Newman, 39th is Bob Walls, 40th is 36th, 41st is Mummy, and 42nd is Reed Sorensen. There we go, I clicked play. Right. So, this race should be another interesting one. Now, as we know, yesterday's race in the Siemens National Series, that race eventually came down to field strategy. Also, by the way, I just realized now, look at how we got 3 green cars on the Silvis Motorsport team, all in the same row. That's something that you don't see every day. Anyway, yeah, so the Siemens National Series eventually came down to pit stops. Like, Bob Bones won yesterday's race, but the only reason he did that was because he stayed out long enough, he conserved his tires and his fuel, and he made the right move at the right time and won the race. Which is the mark of a Toban Motorsports driver. Speaking of Toban Motorsports, let's see if one of those guys can win today, because we got Freund Obama starting on pole, and then you have Russell David starting a little bit further back, but anything can happen in these races. So with that in mind, fourth road race of the year for this series, actually. Yeah, 11 races in, fourth road race. And once again, I'm running on the lower graphic settings than normal, although it seems the Cup Series is a little bit more laggier than the Siemens National Series or the other series that do in general. I don't know what it's about the Cup Series, but yeah, it just seems to be laggier or just less optimized than the other series, which is just fine for most weekends, but just seems whenever we come to Pensacola, the game just doesn't like it. So once again, graphic settings are unchanged since last weekend's race at the Pensacola Super Speedway, which is this same venue, but that was a different circuit. But this is the Cup Series, so it's a little bit more laggy. But even it's running fine for now. So the frame rate is slightly worse than the Siemens National Series race, which makes sense. But realistically, so long as there's no game crashes, we should be just fine. And once again, I did save the qualifying results for this race. So if for whatever reason the game does crash, I won't have to do the starting grid all over again. That's a new thing I've begun to do at these tracks where they just have these issues. Okay, so now you see, so the entire field is in view for that shot you just saw right there. And now there's also a setting on this game that allows you to show less cars. Like, right now you're seeing all 42 cars on this field. I could turn that down, which would improve the frame rate, but then it would just be a little bit unrealistic because you would have cars appearing and disappearing, and I'd rather have all cars on screen at once and have the graphics look slightly worse than just have fewer cars on track in view. Like, it just seems weird. Anyway, We've also noticed some of these guys have the same paint schemes as last weekend's race, but for half of these guys, the race didn't go very well. They didn't even make it past the first lap because there was a humongous crash that took out more than half the field. So a lot of these guys have kept their same paint schemes from last week, as this track is a lot more safer. So everyone likes to be able to get a chance to show off their paint scheme and sponsor this week. So this is our 4th road race of the year. So we've been to Willow Springs at the seasonal burn, then we went to Sonoma, then we went to Coda, and now we are here. Although of all the road courses we've been to this year, this course is probably the longest and most insane. And for some reason the field just checks up here. Yeah, I don't know why this happens on the pace lap, but it always gets messed up. As long as everyone is lined up for the green flag, it's not really too much of a problem. And this race was also a kind of a messy one last year, we'll be honest, because there was more cautions. Although, the Siemens Nats race hopefully showed a bit of promise because there was no cautions in that race. But then again, these cars are quite a bit different from those cars, so we'll just have to watch and see what happens. Alright, for the bobbin in that really nice looking Acela 2 car. 3rd time we've seen that this year. Anyway, so the pace car is pulled off. And I do that so long, but the short door is so long. Alright. And green flag is in the air for the Microsoft 400 at the Pensacola International Speedway Road Course. We're Bobbin also already getting a bit of a run, but this is the opening lap. The field's bunched up for now, but that's going to change quite quickly. So Freund Bobbin out there in front. You've got Ryan Blaney behind him as well. And Ryan Blaney already going underneath Freund Bobbin. Here we go into the opening turn. Everyone's 3 wide. I think everyone survived that. Freund Bobbin, though, trying to keep his lead on Ryan Blaney. Alright. And they're still side by side, battling for the lead. And Freund Bobbin looks like he's going to have the spot here. Ryan Blaney still in attack from Kyle Busch, though. But Freund Bobbin with the spot for now. No caution. Alright, so a clean start to the Microsoft 400. And Freund Bobbin out in first. So Freund Bobbin's first win of the season came in that Circuit of the Americas, which is the most recent road course race. Now you might have the thought that Freund Bobbin gets second win of the season, and it's also a road course. To be fair, Freund Bobbin is quite good on these road courses. Usually. I'm not really sure what was up with him on the first 2 road races of the season, but well, let's hope he does better here. Alright, so the field got pretty excited on the start, but now that we're actually racing, we've settled down a little bit. So Freund Bobbin out to a comfortable lead. And he will lead the opening lap here at Pensacola. What might be worth mentioning though is that Ryan Blaney's up here, though. These two have gone back and forth for the points lead. And now they're going to be going back and forth quite a bit here, I would think. Kyle Busch is up here as well. Yeah, we're always seeing the same thing that we saw in the Siemens Series race. Here comes Blaney. Ooh, Freund Bobbin trying to stay on his outside. Yes. As they're going, oh, as they make contact! Oh, man. Wow. Alright. And there's a caution. Wow. How about that? You know, remember in the Siemens Natchez race where you saw guys going underneath this bridge and having this? At least every time they did that, they saved it. But here in the Siemens National Series, Skittles Cup Series, I guess the cars are just, they're not as easy to drive, and Freund now goes for a spin. And that, although, oddly enough though, a completely separate, or completely different incident also happened. Let's look at Eric Jones here. There's actually, oh wow, well what are they crashed? They're going 3 wide through the banking, and you have Clint Boyer and Tim Tom, and for some reason, Eric Jones just becomes stupid, and just turns the wrong way. And they all spin. Wow. Well then, so you have 2 separate incidents happening near the same corner. And one of them just happened to involve the man himself, Frank Bob, and he's going to be absolutely furious. Oh, they're still wrecking, actually. Never mind. This still isn't over. Now Rebecca gets involved in a 3rd incident that happens in this corner. What happens here? Oh, it's pretty much the same story as, oh, I think this was started by Cole Custer, actually. Wow, so 3 separate incidents happen in the same corner. So let's now see what happened with Cole Custer. So this time he goes high. I think he's trying to avoid the slowing cars, and instead he gets into Rebecca, and he also spins out. And he also takes out Kurt Busch and Stenhouse. And Logano got a piece of this guy as well. Logano, or whoever's in the trick, I think that's Keselowski, actually. Yeah, Keselowski. Now the 4th incident happens even further back. What is this? Is this just everyone just sucks at this corner? Now what? Oh. Well, because they're all messed up because of the opening. Ah. This is a disaster. And now they're pushing Bubba Wallace. Wow. Well, as soon as these guys figure out their mess, we'll keep up with the leader. Now is Blaney, who gets into front of Bobbin and then takes the lead. So enough of that rubbish. Let's now focus on what happened up here. So you have Ryan Blaney a bit of a battle with Kyle Busch. Tyler Reddick getting a piece of these guys as well. Man, what a mess to start this race. And so the caution's out, but of course, Jill doesn't slow down until we get back to start finish line. So now we're at the part of the road course where it's not really possible to pass. So Ryan Blaney just staying ahead of Kyle Busch. And not much to say, honestly. I know I'm being a bit silent, but there just isn't anything to say for the time being. Apart from the fact this race has been a disaster, but I already gone over that quite a bit. Alright, here we go. So, Ryan Blaney leads the field back onto the Super Speedway portion. Well, at least we went 1 lap without a caution, but that quickly dissipated, didn't it? Ooh, Tyler Reddick getting right behind Kyle Busch. Tyler Reddick, the rookie who recently won at Five Flag Speedway, is now going side by side with Kyle Busch, and here they come on to the front straightaway. That's going to be a draft for Ryan Blaney. Ooh, it's going to become close. But Reddick is going to hold off Kyle Busch for 2nd. Alright. So, time to slope the field. You've already saw what happens. We don't need to go back in and check again. Unless something else happened, but Oops. But you already saw it for yourself, so there really isn't much to add about that. Okay, so let's see who actually survived that. Hey, Russell David made it through. I'm gonna have another good day. Forgot about back at 25th button. Hey, he's still alive. Some guys go with some pretty big damage. Anyone coming up pit road? Nah. So despite the damage, no one has come down pit road, and also the field all sorts of confused now on the start. There's a pace car now trying to come through. Look, the pace car is able to magically matrix through the drivers. Isn't that funny? Okay. So now that mess is over. Let's now fast forward to the. Actually, I'll do something. I'll do this. Alright, so here we go. Cowboy's getting a bit wild. This is not the time for doing that. Actually, it looks like some guys going in, some guys staying out. So you have Blaney and Reddick coming in. Alright. Yeah, for everyone who got involved in the instance from just a little bit earlier. Banco's got involved. So, with that mess cleaned up, those getting sorted out. So some guys, I guess, just taking fuel tires, while as having to repair the damage. Actually, no, a lot of guys not taking that long up pit road. Oh, race with River was a big damage. Let's route, so we're going green next time. Fine. Man, this is a road course, so caution laps are quicker. And by that I mean caution, or the caution itself is a bit, you know what I mean. So now with that mess sorted, did anyone actually fall out? Oh. Okay, we have a big mess. Since everyone that came off pit road, they're not even trying to make an entrance to get lined up behind everyone else. Alright. Yeah, everyone's getting lined up for a position. It looks like we have dropped somebody from this race. Question, and that person is Eric Jones, it looks like. Right. So let's do a little bit of fast forwarding, because we're gonna, otherwise it's gonna be here for a while. Okay. Yeah, Eric Jones now out. Yeah, this must have been the reason why this race was such a mess last year in the Cup Series, because I don't know, but the Cup Series just doesn't seem to work that well at this track. Especially as proved by the Siemens Nationals, which went green throughout. There was not a single caution in the Siemens Nationals race. Then we come to this race and we have a caution already. So let's try this again, shall we? And green flag is back in the air. Doug already going high. A little bit soon to do that. Is Oliver going to take the spot here? Oliver's already won a race, actually. Chris Bug going even lower. And man, the races just started. So they're going 3 wide now for the lead because reasons. So he's going to have the spot. Again, 3 wide for first, entering the road course section. as Christopher Bell has the lead now. Let's see if we get a green flag in, or green flag lap in. Christopher Bell in a side-by-side battle with Oliver. Two previous winners on road courses. But Oliver looks like he's gonna have the spot here. Alright, green flag is still out. Matt DiBenedetto up here. Matt DiBenedetto up here as well. But Oliver with that lead for the time being. Alright, so let's see what happens now on the Super Speedway portion again. Can we go without a caution? It's actually, I say that. The caution seems to come, or the crash seems to come when we get under the second bridge. So here we go again, back out onto the Super Speedway portion. So Oliver with the lead for now. But we can't forget about Christopher Bell. Alright, here we go. So that's a clean lap. It seems the cautions or the crashes just happened on, well, the only reason why all those other crashes happened was because the first one happened. So Christopher Bell, the rookie, gets underneath Oliver. And yeah. So this guy's JGR affiliate, teammate, thingy, majiggy, behind him. So we go through this corner again. Are we gonna have the same story? No, we actually make it through clean. Well, at least these guys do. Christopher Bell with the Canadian lead. There's a bit of a battle here. But it looks like the field will actually get through here clean, and Christopher Bell starting to pull away now. Alright, clear lap, good. Although, to be fair, when I did my test run for the Cup Series on this track, there was one caution at the start, which is fine, but then there were a lot of green flag laps following that, and then there was no more caution near the end of the race. I should mention, by the way, I didn't actually, like, watch the race, like, I didn't have the race play in real time, no, I just did the fast forward thing in the, you know, whatever. The fast forward thing, basically what I just did there to get through the caution lap faster, except I did that for the entire race rather than just, you know, the slow bits. The bits that no one really wants to see, because they're boring. And so Christopher Bell and Russell David in 10th. Here we go back onto the Speedway portion. So Bell will lead this lap. Where's this? Comes Kyle Busch. I was doing 215 miles per hour. Yeah, these things are fast. Oh, Kyle Busch. Yeah, he took quite a bit to get to Christopher Bell, who had quite a bit of a gap, but it looks like the gap might come to a close here. If Kyle Busch can send it going to this corner, he's going to send it. Yes! Okay! This is gonna get tight. Alright, here comes this corner again. Alright, once they didn't spin out. And now it's a battle between Kyle Busch and Christopher Bell. A rookie versus a seasoned veteran. But Bell might just have the spot here. How about that? And Christian Bell successfully keeps his position in first. Also, Denny Hamlin also retired. Oh well. So, actually, you know what's ironic? We've got two JGR cars, two JGR related cars, in first and second. And you also have two of them in 41st and 42nd. So you have two JGR cars having a great day, and two of them are having a rubbish day. You can whatever, you get the point. So you have two JGR cars having a good day, and two of them having a rubbish day, and one looks like they're having a bit of a mediocre day. I have no idea where's Truex? I don't know, whatever. He's in 13th, so he's all right. He's doing alright, I suppose. Anyway, so Crucible has led the past couple laps now. Can you keep it? Cowboys might have the run here. Yeah, Cowboys is more of an inside run now. Actually, much has to be overtaken before they even get to the right turn. People behind them actually pretty spread out. Oh, Nia biffs into the back of her somewhat teammate of Oliver. And Oliver actually gonna make up a spot on Christian Bell as well. Oh, Bell isn't over yet though. Bell might still have the spot. And he will, Christian Bell with the spot on Oliver. And Nia getting into these guys as well. I think she actually got involved in the RG from earlier. As you can see, she has a little bit of a broken hook, but here she is in 4th. Now challenging her sort of teammate. So is more sports partner. There you go. So Cowboys leads, and Cowboys also not a stranger to road courses. Well, Cowboys didn't even win that much last year. He only won, well, he won 2 races. One of them was happened to be at Seagull Speedway short track, and he also won at the 8 Bowl, a super speedway. So Cowboys didn't really win on any road courses last year, but and again, last year was last year. This is now. Actually, the undercard's doing pretty good. William Byron, Chase Elliott are running up here in the top 10. So, is Bell going to do the same thing that Cowboys did to him a little bit earlier? Yeah, might not be close enough behind, or... Nah, maybe he is. Actually. Yeah, Bell's gonna have to send it into the corner. Here we go. He's gonna send it. Kind of. He may not have sent it deep enough, though. Ooh. Yeah, every time they go through that corner, they seem like they're gonna make contact. Yeah, here we go. The side-by-side battle is on now. Who is going to have the spot? Waller might try to pick up another spot here. Yeah, Bell didn't send it deep enough. The spot's gonna go to Kyle Busch. Actually, Oliver trying to I'm looking to get around Bell at some point. Although one thing that might also be worth mentioning is that I downloaded an updated INI file for this track. I think that's actually the reason why this race was such a disaster last year. I mean, we still had a caution in this one, but only one caution. I think there may have been a track INI file that I forgot to download for this race last year. Because last year's race was a mess, but this year's race, so far, ever since the first caution, has been clean. Oh, William Barn back here, you're getting around Matt Bandito as they enter the super speedway portion. But yeah, I think I thought download this track would have included the updated 99 file, but for some reason no. You have to download it and this track together. So I actually re-download this track in the INI file for this race. He's looking to overtake Kyle Busch now. Let's go Oliver behind him. Oliver might try to go for the double pass. Here he goes. Can Oliver send it? Might not be deep enough. Nia also trying to make up a spot. Now side by side for the lead. And Oliver going to make it the spot. So once again, a two-spot overtake as Oliver now back to the lead at Pensacola. On another battle for third. Okay, well, there was a battle. Nia trying to stay with Kyle Busch. Wow, still staying with him through this straightaway here. Here comes Nia trying to overtake Kyle Busch. Man, this battle might go all the way until the super speedway portion. Nia still has yet to win a race in the NROL. He's going to lose that to Kyle Busch through the banking, though. It's okay. This race still has quite a bit to go. I pretty much have no memories of this race from last year. Or last year's version of this race, I should say. Probably not a bad thing, because I don't have that many good memories from last year's race. Luckily, this year's race has been a lot more clean and good, so that makes me pleased. Will be actually gonna lose a spot now on Matt Bandito. This is literally the inverse of what happened just the last lap. I would pay more attention on that, but there's so much going on front, it's hard not to. So Oliver leads. This time around the front straightaway. But here comes Christopher Bell. Sends it in nice and early. This would be the bit where Oliver would maybe try to make a crossover move, but he doesn't close the fact I might lose another spot to Kyle Busch now. You know, I like to think this could have been Freund Albin and Ryan Blaney. Of course, those two guys crashed. Well, no, what happened is that Freund Albin got spun by Blaney, and then Blaney just pitted. So Oliver now getting around Kyle Busch, and Nia once again trying to get past Kyle Busch. Still not close enough though. So Christopher Bell, who hasn't won a race since the season opener, is really trying now to get another one. I mean, really, ever since season opener, Bell's season has just been crumbling. So can he finally turn around today? Well, here we go on to the frustrated way, the speedy bit once again. The speedy bit. Right, here we go again. Bell once again with the lead. Oliver going to go with the surge underneath him. Cowboys are not close enough to these guys to make anything happen. So Oliver. Oh, Matt DiBenedetto getting involved with these guys. He's now overtaking or trying to overtake Nia, as now these two are going side by side for the lead, and then you've also got a side by side battle now for fourth. Here we go. It's on now. Oh, Oliver gonna lose out on a couple spots. He's trying so hard. Nope. So Bell, who gets overtaken by Oliver on the Super Speedway portion, gets his spot back on the once the road course portion kicks in. How about that? Bell, he's a better road racer than we thought. I mean, he won Willow Springs. And sure, he didn't do anything of note in Sonoma or Coda, but then again, neither of those races were really that, proper races. I mean, Sonoma was just a crash fast where you couldn't pass, and Coda was just a track where you couldn't pass. So Pensacola, despite being the fourth road race of the season, it's really our second proper road course. And Siemens X was pretty good, and this race, also good. Although, will pit stops come into effect once again? Because while they did pit, well, that's the thing, they pitted right at the start of the race. Although some guys didn't. That's worth mentioning. Some guys didn't pit at the start of this race. So, but that being said, they might have to pit before the race is even over, and speak of the devil, Christopher going down pit road. So it looks like pit stops are going to be happening starting now. That said, Bell was the only one that actually went down pit road. As Oliver now going beneath of them, just taking a drink. So just kept the lid off. Anyway, so Oliver once again trying to go for the lead. And he might do it successfully this time. Nope, side-by-side battle is about to occur. Alright. Well, the field seems to be getting better at keeping their cars going forward to that corner. So this battle for the lead. We will eventually have the spot. So it's going to be Kyle Busch. No, Oliver not giving up. Yep, yep, now he's having to give in. On that note, his Great Western teammates isn't that far back. So Kyle Busch has that lead for now. This is the first time really I've had a good look at this new interstate battery scheme. Because this NRC Barriers paint scheme is brand new for this season. And speaking of paint schemes, you know, a lot of people for some reason just didn't like the zebra design that NRC Barriers had for quite a few years. I actually thought that zebra scheme was one of Cowboys' best paint schemes ever. And this paint scheme, it's still good. But I kind of prefer, I mean, the lightning strikes still look cool. This is a nice design. I don't know, I kind of prefer the zebra car for some reason. Obviously, a lot of people seem to prefer this paint scheme over that. Anyway, now pit stops for everyone else. Alright, well at least this time they didn't wait until the very end of the race to pit. Here's Ryan Blaney staying out. So Blaney, one of the few drivers that did actually pit at the start of the race. Yeah. This might cause some confusion and delay. So Ryan Blaney, actually these two have a bit of a battle for second now. As Gridrin now trying to get around Chase Elliott. Look at him. And still side by side to this corner. They make it. Oh, they bump. Oh, thank goodness they didn't spin though. So they do touch and make contact, but no spin. Good. But Chase Elliott looks like he's gonna have the spot here. So Blaney has quite a bit of a gap on these leaders, but then again, that's just get some guys pitted, whereas some didn't. Well, got his teammate Jimmy Johnson up here as well. I suppose no, Jimmy Johnson's using the Camaro badge on his ally car on the rear bumper. How the heck did I not notice that until now? Weird. I got that paint scheme prepared forever ago. And we're 11 races in, well, then again, because Jimmy's been hanging on the back. Unless... I don't know. No, I think they did. Maybe it's maybe because I turned on the graphics. Ah. I don't know. Or no, maybe it's actually because of what happened. I have absolutely no idea. Whatever. So, Ryan Blaney stays out. Is this race really gonna come? No, they're coming. He's coming down. Yep. Gridrin now the only one staying out of this group. You know, fun fact about Gridrin, he almost won last year's race. And then got beaten by Frank DeBobbin in what was a photo finish. Originally he's born, so let's see what's happening back here. As Rebecca and others now having their little battle. Chris Buescher, Kurt Busch as well. And Bowman there trying to get into the action too. So Chris Busch looks like he's gonna have the spot. Or Rebecca, although Alex Bowman having a bit of fun with Kurt Busch. And they're getting lined up. I don't forget, Kurt Busch and Alex Bowman are still going at it. No, Bowman's backing off. And by the way, I forgot, I think these are actually two of the drivers that didn't make it into the season opener at Willow Springs. Because they crashed and the caution's out. Well then. Okay. To be fair, I was kind of expecting there to be a late race caution, I'll be honest, but it's out now. So, now to answer the daring question, why and what happened? Alright, come on. I was out for quite a while. Oh, did this happen because of a pit road thing? Or... I have absolutely no idea what happened. What the heck happened? Um... What? Oh. I... Well... As boy just crashed into the... What? Wow. So, all because... Byron... Oh no, Byron is... This is... What the... Okay, this seems to be a video game malfunction. So Byron spins for absolutely no reason. He goes back onto the racetrack. And they have... Ferrari over here. Of bums. Trying to... Yeah. Yeah, mommy made a mistake. And then Truex going to Bobbin. And Custer getting to the X as well. I think Priest also smacked the wall for a bit, did he? Oh, he didn't. No, that was Boyer. Wow. So, that didn't even happen because it was spin. But, let's see that again. Let's actually zoom back a bit more to when the caution lights came out. Was there a separate incident that happened? Or was it literally just, did the caution light come out because of that? I'm curious, let's have a look. So if this incident here, it doesn't look like anyone else is sideways. Yep, that, wow. What an idiotic caution. Well, the caution's out. So let's get back to these guys. This might be a one-lap dash. You know what's funny? The truck race here last week ended in a one-lap dash on the Super Speedway. So the first race at Pensacola and the last race at Pensacola are both going to end in one-lap dashes, despite being two very different series on two completely different tracks. Because one is a 3-mile Super Speedway, and the other is a 5-mile Super Speedway / road course. They hit the space bar for absolutely no reason. So Gurgen leads. Ollie's going to go away because of probably not the pit. Unless he has a bit of a strategy in mind. Although they have to stay out though, I should say. He's not even going to pit until the next lap because, you know, race back to the line. So Gurgen with a humongous gap. There's really none of these guys behind him though are going to do anything. Guys and gal. So, the caution came out all because I don't even know. I've never seen that before. I haven't seen that in last year's race. I have absolutely no explanation for that at all. If it once again becoming a bit messy. Let's fast forward a bit. Ah, dearie, dearie me. And you know, I thought Bob might be able to win this race, considering, you know, one of his cars went to victory lane just yesterday, and that happens. So I'm going to exit now pit road. So let's speed things up a bit. Perfect timing to skip. Okay, so some takers, some not takers. So everyone that didn't pit before is going to pit this time by. So that's all of these guys. So the field up front, like we had before, is going to remain mostly unchanged. Apart from a few new guys that are up here now as a result of what happened. Oh, Dylan coming up the road. Priest not coming up the road? Okay. Unless he was involved in... Oh. And... some guys are just gone. Okay. So that's just the end of Freund of Auburn. Yep, that's the end of Freund of Auburn. Wow. Man, Freund of Auburn just has been rubbish lately. I mean, he wasn't that good well... Actually, yeah, he wasn't that good 2 weekends ago at 5 Flex Speedway. He crashed out of yesterday's... Just in general, we've had 3 races now on the road in the state of Pensacola, and Freund of Auburn has done good in none of them. Every race seems to have something go wrong for him. Man, the state of Pensacola is just not kind to Freund of Auburn. Or the state, the town, the city, the county, whatever. But Pensacola, Florida is just not nice to Freund of Auburn for some reason. Anyways, this is going to be a 1-lap dash to end this race. Providing the lights go on the pace car. Oh no. Okay, the lights should go out though. Maybe they just need to. Maybe they just need to wait a bit. Yeah. Okay, now the field lining up. All right, good. Lights aren't going out though. Let's fast forward a bit. The lights aren't going out. Are you kidding me? This is how we're gonna end this race. Under caution. Wow. That's the race. Are you kidding me? So that's the race, I guess. You know, last year's Microsoft 400 entered under caution. So I guess now we have a repeat of last year and have this race under caution. Wow. Okay. So this is the last lap. But it's not even going to be a green flag lap. That's it. Wow. What an underwhelming end to a race. Wow. That's the race. Let's fast forward a bit more then. Wow. So after all that, the race has come down to who is going to be where as a result of the caution. I don't know why the lights didn't go out though. Maybe one lap dashes aren't really a thing on road courses. But, okay. Yeah, fun fact, last year's race at this track ended under caution. So it looks like this year's race is going to end under caution as well. So there you have it. And quite an underwhelming finish to a race. Ryan Blaney is going to come to the line under caution and will win the Microsoft 400 at the Pensacola Road Course. Wow. That's the first time I think this season, at least in the Cup Series, that we've had a race end under the caution. Oh, so now let's go out. Because yeah, we would have restarted if we had one more lap, but nope. The race is kept at 18 laps. Can't go any more than that. So there you have it. Quite an underwhelming end to a race, and all because of some weird bug. Well, it is what it is. You know, odd fact, I just realized, or not just realized, but remembered. Initially, I had plans for this track to be very late in the season. Yeah. Yeah, good thing I made this race happen a lot sooner in the season. Because it would have been so stupid to have a very important race come down to that. I mean, that's just auto racing. You can't control it. Whatever happens, happens. But probably a good thing this race didn't serve as much importance as as initially planned. It's only the 11th race of the season. Still a long, long way to go to the playoffs. Like, there's not even any reason to talk about the playoffs now because it's still so far away. So, that's the race. At least I gotta spam the accelerator button. I don't want to spam it too much because I want the game to crash. But I just want to get to pit road when the field pulls in. So yeah, the pace car is going to lead the field on the pit road. As that's it. However, one thing I totally forgot to mention as I was so busy talking about the results of the race. That means Ryan Blaney gets his third win of the year and becomes, I think, the only repeat winner this season, as he has now won his third race. So Ryan Blaney, despite flopping in the past couple of races, as the field is now just having its own traffic jam, Ryan Blaney winning the race. Yeah, third win of the year for Blaney. After winning no races last year, we're only three races. We're only 11 races in, and Ryan Blaney has 3 wins. I think he still remains the only repeat winner in the Cup Series for this season. But there you go, Ryan Blaney's your winner with Kevin Harvick coming second, Christopher Bell coming in with third, Kyle Busch fourth, Nia fifth, Oliver sixth, Matt DiBenedetto seventh, Russell David eighth, Chase Elliott ninth, Doug 10th, Douglas 11th, Tyler Reddick 12th, Ryan Newman 13th, Percy 14th, Joey Logano 15th, Jimmy Johnson 15th, Joey Logano 16th, Rick Stelzner 17th, Brad Keselowski 18th, Ryan Preece 19th, the Real Xbox 20th, Daniel 6 21st, Reed Sorensen 22nd, Rebecca 23rd, Chris Buescher 24th, Bub Wallace 25th, Alex Bowman 26th, Kurt Busch 27th, Virgin 28th, Ben Cooks 29th, Eric Grimwald 30th, Carlos 31st, Don 37th, Tim Tom 33rd, Austin 34th, William Brown 35th, Frank DeBob 36th, Cole Custer 37th, Colin Boyer 38th, Marcus Jr. 39th, Mommy 40th, Denny Hamlin 41st, and Eric Jones in 42nd. So, yeah, that's Pensacola roller coaster for the Cup Series. Oh dear, I'm not sure if the Cup Series can race here again. Whatever. Yeah. So after a few weeks in Pensacola, Florida, that's the end of the stretch. Now we've raced at 3 completely different tracks. Next weekend, though, we're still going to be in the state of Florida, but at a slightly interesting track. So, that should be fun. But that's going to be it for this weekend of racing. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in whatever I make next.